It is going to be the first time within a professional, physical, brick and mortar, proprietary trading operation that there is a writer in residence, right? And to start preserving these stories, think of all the lost stories that we'll never hear again. And so let's not, start now. And that's what the asymmetrist is to give birth to stories that are happening consistently, and for people who are not on a trading floor, for all those remote traders who operate by themselves as their own singular organism, to understand that, wow, I had that same feeling that night. I had that same experience that night. Or, wow, there's a whole entire way to operate and process that type of information, or a whole new opportunity landscape, or a whole new way to think about how I approach trading. And our brain, our creative brain, I think it's located in our motor cortex, is the ability now to have that story infused in us to make us to make us grow. And back on that, the night without a twist on the US elections, I want to emphasize how I love the email again. So one of my favorite parts is when the asymmetrist hits the play button, it's firing off, and an article hits my inbox, and I can't wait to uncover the email. And why that is probably my favorite, the night without the twist, that's my favorite email. And just to let everyone know, even if you've never signed up to the asymmetrist before and you sign up today, is you can go look at the archive section. And you'll be able to, in the archive section, you'll be able to see all the past emails alongside with the articles. And one of my favorite parts is working for the future. So one of our top traders, we call him the engineers, how he's Evernoted or Notion, how he's kept these journals, and they have this asymmetrical payoff as you develop your observation over time. And so the trader who survives between elections creates the optionality for himself to exploit opportunity from his last memory bank of how he traded the last election, and seeing any of the exceptional information between the last Trump election, 2016 to 2024, is that there were more twists in the night. And this time, the trader that won the day, and you gain that as you go from the email to reading the article, the trader that won the day was not the trader who is highly prepared on the fundamentals, but it's a trader who's skillful in order flow, and then digesting that information of the order flow, and be able to, before we receive any information on the swing states, which we were waiting for in 2016, the predictive models have become more powerful. The mail-in votes that started happening in 2020 because of COVID. There's more mail-in, and once those got released, the predictive models became active, and larger time frame traders were starting to deploy capital during that time. And so watching our order flow traders now, if there was a twist, our traders who made 400K could have probably made 2 to 3 million. Okay, we're waiting for a twist. That's why there was that twist in the Japanese LPD night, the stamina night. There was that twist in a sense that the market was going in one candidate direction. And then, you bring that out so vividly in the article, in the Japan night. And then all of a sudden, the other candidate, when the vote came in, but you still had to be a connoisseur of order flow, because those who waited for the translation from Japanese to English missed the trade or missed the bulk of the trade. In this instance, the order flow ninja was the one was able to exploit it. And so those are my favorite part, in the email, just the heavy lifting of doing the linear, boring, you mentioned, the boring lifting constantly day in, day out. And it's boring lifting almost in a linear, consistent way that creates that non-linear opportunity down the road when all of a sudden your Evernote pays you off or your journaling starts paying you off.
Absolutely. And that's, I think, we spent a long time thinking about what's the proper name for this journal and everything else. And that is why, in the end, I think asymmetrist is the most powerful word for it, because it's not only, I think the trader and the professional of the future will be the ultimate asymmetrist. We've moved, this is a very long and deep conversation, which we will have 100%, Alex, but we've moved from a very high level, from an industry and a market that supported linear and symmetrical edge that can be captured. And now we moved into a market that demands absolute, practitioners that are asymmetrical, that can wait out and wait and wait and wait and wait and go from 0 to 60 and tap into that asymmetry. And what that phrase, tap into that asymmetry, is what you just mentioned. The engineer, he uses that as a phrase, that he is very, 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 very conscious of thinking, okay, where is the asymmetry? Where is the asymmetry? And he leverages up. But again, that could be applied to everyone who is, 6-figure trader, 7-figure trader, 8-figure trader. There's obviously differences along that path, but inevitably to get to those stages, you have to be the ultimate asymmetrist operator. And for me, from a very high level, it's, we're capturing all these stories, we're writing about all these stories, but it's also now for me a journey to uncover all these operators of the future who are the ultimate asymmetrists. And we're going to write about them and break down what they do and understand where the game is going next in that sense. Alex, thank you so much. My last little thing to say there, by the way, is you mentioned about coming into trading with a story. That's probably the most beautiful way to summarize it. And I'll also add, you come in to trading with a story and you also in turn leave behind the story. And I think that is the perfect way to summarize a career in trading.
Absolutely. And I mean, just to finish off, if you wanted to mention the other part of Asymmetrist, that you'll be releasing the stories of many traders who've been in it for a long time. And there's dispatches, and then that final part is the long form interview.
Yes. Long form interview. It's mainly, yes, long form interviews called the feature. It's a deep dive on many things, but a lot of the time it will be these multi-part beautiful breakdowns of people's careers in a very detailed, fleshed out kind of way. Dispatches is a quick sort of, embedded on the floor, get this out, a story. Whereas the feature is this, a trader's whole career, the ups and downs, the realistic parts, the behind the screens, behind the monitors, behind the people, and just getting all that on paper.
Yeah, and sorry, one final word from me to if you're still watching us at this very moment, you have not subscribed to Asymmetrist. If you're serious about your trading career and you want to have a mechanism to transform how you see yourself in the market and what is possible, utilizing and leveraging what we have on the floor for yourself remote, Asymmetrist provides that. And the stories are going to be coming thick and fast over the next 12 months, and see what it does to you and how it transforms your understanding of not only yourself, but your place in the markets and your ability to navigate multiple conditions, just like our traders at AXIA. I highly suggest that you'll be completely different individual on knowing what's possible within yourself by infusing yourself with these stories.
And on that, let's finish on that mic drop. Thank you so much, Alex. You've described it beautifully. And see you again very soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.